Hey, welcome to Peaked. My name is Frank Castillo. Introducing my co-host JP Noda. What is up?
What's up, guys?
You ready to get into this?
Fucking ready, dude.
Perfect.
Second time.
Yeah, I already took a 90 milligram edible off camera because there was a little hiccup, and you took a 10 milligram.
Who am I? You got to reintroduce me again,
All
bro.
right, let's
Come on, get your shit together.
From the top.
all right. Hey, nice to...
Frank's got to eat another 90.
Who are you?
Guys, my name's Frank Castillo. I'd like to introduce my co-host, JP Noda. What's up, dog?
What's up, guys?
Hey, welcome to Peak. Today's guest is my good friend and one of my idols. Guys, nice round of applause for Steve Rannazzisi.
Come on now. There it is. There's the applause I'm used to. Fuck yeah, guys.
So you already took a 10
Yes,
milligram
for
malt
the
ball.
record, I ate one of these 10 milligram, what would be kind of Whoppers, malt balls. They were delicious. It was delicious, but I'm not doing it again because I have to land the plane. We got homework to do tonight. We've got, I got dinner to get through and have conversations about school days. I can't be blasted like you guys over here. So
Go on double tap. We'll get into it real quick.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2. What is this contraption? I'm red. I'm peaked, dude. It's blowing up. Frank, don't.
All right, cool. When it
Frank, you know
vibrates
there's a
again?
pandemic going around. You can't touch my piece like that. You can't just grab another man's piece. All right, so what am I doing now?
When it vibrates, then you'll go ahead and just inhale. Don't hit it like a bong.
This is the purpose of it. There's no dialogue whatsoever. It's just like, get the person here, get pot into them.
Yeah.
However,
And then
blast them.
And then afterwards,
And then after talk. All right.
It's like getting stoned regularly.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is like I've never used this. I don't even know what this is.
I know. Yeah, it's a lot coming at you.
Can you give me a little while we're waiting for it to vibrate? Can you give me a little? Oh, it's done.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Well, hit it, Steve. It's like the vaccine. We don't know what's in it, but you're gonna take it anyway, right?
Sip it like a milkshake. Don't hit it like a bong.
I don't know what that means. Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah.
Dude, you can't give sip it like a milkshake, don't hit it like a bong right before someone goes in. You gotta that's not information. That's digestible that easily. 'Cause now I'm in my mind. I'm like,
How do I drink a milkshake?
Yes, how do I drink a milkshake? Literally, that's the only thing I was thinking. And I was thinking my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
How long have you're like a professional stoner too.
Well,
because I like weed, but whenever I hear, this is just me being like, forgetting everyone else smokes weed is like, when you talk about it, you're just like, oh yeah, you like smoke weed. You had the original, like fucking.
yeah, I was talking about the packs.
Yeah.
The original, try to get away with this. And, the big thing with me, excuse me, has always been the smell. Mm-hmm. When you have a family and stuff, you don't want to. So it's always like, how do you get the smell out? And so the original one was the packs. It was like a vape machine. You shoved in the back of it the actual flower, and then you hit like a little thing, and it's like a button like that. You pulled it, and sometimes it would just burn the whole flower up, and you were fucked, and it was done. And it smelt, and sometimes it worked real well. But that was probably 12 years ago now. Mm-hmm. So and now I still have the old Volcano, which is like that. I don't remember that German company
I think they're just Volcano. I'm not sure what that.
It's crazy. They have a German name,
something Nickel and Bixel or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, very high. You can tell it's like.
Well, they also make medical grade equipment.
Oh, I'm sure. I had a problem with the knob, and I called the thing in a minute, and I told I have a issue with the, and they go, what? They were like, what? But send this to us now. They were right, they were shot, and I think someone was injured because they fucked up my Volcano.
They killed the whole marketing
Yeah,
staff,
whatever it was, and they took care of it. They sent it right back. But yeah, no, that's been through I've moved that coast to coast, back and forth, and it's still getting jostled around. It's still perfect. So
is it hard being a stoner and a parent?
Yeah, I mean kind of. Yeah, you have to. What I always have the phrase, you got to earn it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that means to you, but to me, I have to earn the pot. I'm not saying
yeah.
you have to earn I have to get it has to be I have to make sure all my stuff is complete before I can get fun.
Yeah.
I was talking before, I'm I still have to have a dinner conversation about how people's days were and do homework and hear about break up fights.
Yeah.
Go through the whole bathing process. And then, have a little AFV tonight, which is when I start to, that's when I'll take an edible normally.
Yeah. What's the most you've taken?
In a day?
Or just edible at once? I just
did
took
Diaz
90.
podcast and I did like 400 milligrams. What? You know those Death Stars?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I ate 4 of them.
Did 4 of them?
4 of them. He had 6 while we did the podcast, and I watched him eat 3 before we started. And I watched Lee eat. He had to eat 11 or 12. He ate one like every time there was a lull, and there were lulls because Joey would like
Pass out for a little bit?
and then he'd come to and he'd be like, Lee, take another one of those fucking stars right there, you big pussy. Take one of those stars. And he would just break Lee's balls, so Lee would just put another one in his mouth and ate it.
Peer pressure.
Those were 100 milligrams a piece.
Damn.
Yeah, so when I look for, these are great, 10 are great, but like the perfect breakdown milligram-wise for me is 25s.
You like 25s?
25s.
Some people can't handle
Because
5s.
see, now weekdays it's 25 a night.
Ooh, okay.
And then weekends we pump it up to 50. I just like Dr. Fauci told me to do. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? You break it down to 25s for me, I'm good to go.
Okay.
Otherwise I'd have to eat 3 of these mothballs or 2.5. It's just I like 25 breakdown.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know what that means about being a parent, but
Have you had any of those like what's the smell kind of moments with like anyone in the house?
No. Well, yes, they go. What they don't know it. They're
Of
like
course
the
not,
Chinese police. Like Ari he went to China once, and he's like, I'm like, he goes, the pot. They don't even know because they're like, it's so illegal there, and nobody even fucks with it.
Yeah.
They don't even know what it is. Until now, we started Little League back up, right? And because of COVID, they've moved all the parks. So we're playing this year in one of the rougher areas of, and so we had our first practice last week. And we're playing, and people are still partying. Like, people are around us. They don't give a fuck. The Little League started back up, right? And these guys are blazing, right? And all the kids are like, ooh, what's that smell? My son goes, it smells like my dad's garage. And I was like, shit.
I had an uncle, and I remember the longest time I'd like go to like his little place where he'd like to hang out in the house, and then I'd always be like, hey, get away from there. And I'd be like, what the fuck? And it always smelled funny. And it wasn't until I smoked weed for the first time that I was like, oh, this is why Uncle Fred's cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it, like, what you say before about the kid stuff, it's like, I'm lucky I don't have detectives as kids. Like, my kids aren't like, they're a little bit of like, I have boys, so they're like, what did happen? Mom's not home anymore? Like, whatever it is. They were pretty oblivious. But I see girls are different, and then they have some friends that are like detectives. Like, so I turned my garage into sort of like a sort of like this, like a little podcast area. And so in the back, I have like a little thing, and I have the volcano in that. And my kids are hanging out there with their friends. One day they're watching movies, and his friend comes over and goes, is this a science thing? And I was like, what the? Who told you that? I go, yes, it's very scientific, and it's very expensive, and the Germans will find you if you fuck with that thing. Put it down. Don't touch it. So it is harder to become, especially as I get older, a little more undercover about it, But again, it's just time management stuff. You can't, like, I don't really fuck with actual flour or stuff that can smell until like everyone's gone or sleeping or whatever.
This seems a little convenient
this is
too,
like
right?
a great,
it's
this is boom. Dad went to the restroom for a minute. Like heroin.
Exactly.
Real undercover.
My grandfather he was like old school Mexican, spoke Spanish and shit. He used to like work in his garage, and he would make he would make my aunt's son, like, he'd be like, hey, go grab me this. And he just never knew what it was. But he would pass joints between my grandfather and my uncle. Yeah. And one day he was just like, he just hit it. And then he said when he went back to my grandfather to give the joint back, my grandfather was just like, looked at him and he's like, you fucking smoked this, didn't you? And he was like, yeah. And he goes, all right, you can have some.
That's what I'm hoping that, like, and I think it's happening, that we become so normalized that it's like I won't have to have this, like, all right, there's drugs and then there's this sort of conversation.
Absolutely.
With them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm hoping that and I feel like I'm trying to time it out. I got a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old, so it's like they kind of know what drugs are already, but they don't really know weed. Yeah. And so, like, I don't want them to learn that weed is a fucking drug and you're going to go to jail. The biggest issue I have and the biggest problem I have is that smoking is such a thing for them. Like, it is a real big thing. Like, they are petrified of, and we beat it into them, like, to never smoke. Like, and they see, because, for example, like, we're in New York a lot, so New York, they have these commercials, and it's just like, you know, the lady with the trig thing is like, and then, like, they're the hardcore fucking right down your throat, like, hard to watch, the guy with no tongue, who's like, you can smoke a pack, you know, like, whatever it is, and they're fucking brutal, and the kids see him, and they're like, oh, shit. And my wife has been like, if you smoke a cigarette, this is what will happen to you. And so, like, you know, we have people over, whatever. Some guy lights a cigar. Court comes over and used to smoke a cigarette, and they would be like, so I don't think it would be the drugs for them so much, or
it's
like
the
whatever. It's the actual physical smoke. I think if they saw like, oh, a gummy bear is pot or whatever, it would be less for them. But like, if they actually saw me pull smoke, I think that would be fucking boom, lights out for them. Tough. Oh. One time, I got so high at a barbecue, I forgot that they were there, and we were all hanging out, and I just grabbed it. My son was sitting right at his bullet, and my son just went. And he went, sometimes Daddy smokes a cigar, and then that was it. That was like once in a while, like cigars. They have an idea like cigars are somewhat acceptable,
exactly.
But like, it's the actual physical smoking part. I think they would have the biggest issue with.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
I think I could separate the drug part.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, my grandparents were very like adamant against weed. Like growing up, they're like, "It's ruining your life." Now, they're just like, "Can you give me some gummies for my knees? They hurt." And I'm just like, "Well."
A lot of people have changed their tune about those gummies. I'm sending gummies home to the East Coast like you would have. Like I'm Willy Wonka. Like,
well, you don't want to say that on camera.
Yeah, I mean, you mean?
Oh, I don't care.
You're allegedly.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's not like I don't send them in the mail. I'm like, I literally just put them on my person and I carry them home and I'm just handing them out because people are like, "Holy shit, this is great," and it is like the gummy stuff and all that little, edible stuff. Yeah, this, the greatest. Yeah. I mean, again, got to keep it away from kids and all this shit, but like, this is great. Like everybody loves a malt ball. And why not, get a little stoned?
Exactly.
While you're doing it. Everyone's loving these Saturday night gummies.
They're so good.
Yeah. It makes life a little better.
It does. I like doing an edible and just chilling for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or just I'll take a small like 10 milligram or 20 milligram. That'll like, I'll be good enough to like still get stuff done.
Sure.
And
it's
be
like
fine.
microdosing or whatever it is.
Yeah. Have you microdosed mushrooms?
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
I just eat mushrooms when I can eat them.
Oh, I microdose mushrooms too. They're great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's nice.
Like I can't. Like I don't need another lifestyle thing. Like, I feel like, I'm like, well, I vape in the morning and then I microdose my mushrooms around 11, and then I take my edible at 5. Like I can't. Like I'm on blood pressure medicine. I have enough shit. I don't need a pill box.
That is my blood. Yeah, my pill box is just all like drugs.
I've got a microdose at 2 and 4.
I need Molly for my fucking blood pressure.
Dude, I mean, this is all. Those to me are still like drugs, and
of
whatever
course.
you feel about drugs experimentally, that's great. Yeah. But like, like to me, it's a completely different.
Oh yeah.
Like
I've only done mushrooms and weed. That's it.
Yeah, I've never done acid.
No, me neither.
I'm very lucky. I've done. I'm like I feel like I've done coke like 5 or 6 times in my life, and all fun experiences. All like never like the next day or like was like let's get it on again. Let's chase it again. Yeah. It was all just like, oh great. Whenever that happens again. That happens again.
First time I saw it, was.
Does anyone have any coke on them?
Yeah, absolutely. That's actually our next segment of the podcast.
Please, we're gonna do a line of coke. Okay. Yeah. Now, but that's it for as far as like chemical shit.
Dope. You ready to get into this first round?
Yeah, man.
All right. Perfect. Round 1. Hey, JP, what are we smoking on?
Rad, man. In this round, we're going to be smoking on some Fruity Pebbles. It's actually a really nice mix. It's going to be some Alien, some Tahoe, some GDP, and some Green Ribbon, all mixed. This one has some crazy terps. It actually smells like a stone fruit, like a tropical stone fruit. And I think it's mostly that Green Ribbon, which is like a train wreck cross.
Double tap it.
Double tap it,
yeah,
dude.
quick.
This is, bam.
There we go.
Fuck yeah, look at that. And now she's green.
Yeah.
I mean, this is...
How much anxiety went through you when you changed the temperature to the wrong one?
None whatsoever.
Oh, good.
Which is how I know I'm stoned. Yeah. Because this is like, whoever made this is like, they were like, this is a lava lamp.
Yeah.
It's like the coolest thing to
Right?
stare at as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is another cool thing to be, look at when you're stoned. So.
I gotta. There's when you hook it up to the app, it'll cycle colors so it looks like a disco ball,
Okay.
and then also you can just set your own temperature and profile and everything. It's pretty dope.
And now we just go, right? But like a milkshake.
Yeah, very slowly. Yeah, not only said you should taste a lot of that, almost like a tropical stone fruit, almost like a papaya. A little bit of funk.
Yeah. We got some fruit going on in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't taste like shit. That's the, like, some of them taste really like where you're like, oh, I gotta get a mint after this. This
Yeah.
Not at all. This feels like I wouldn't have bad breath after this.
Well, it also depends on the processing method's super important. You know what I mean? Like I didn't start smoking good weed or good concentrates until I started hanging out with him. You know, and then you're just like, oh, and you understand. Once you start to realize why things cost the way they cost, you know what I mean? Like especially when you're doing grams like this, you're just like, oh, okay, this is why it tastes so good.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
the care
Quality.
that's put into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because this stuff can get real if you mess around with it. It can get like chemicals and shit in it, or real.
Yeah. There's a
So-
few stories of people blowing up.
Yeah, would you and that would be me. So
What,
I know I'd rather have the high end good stuff where I know it's like quality than like in the garage. Why is Dad's face on fire? Well, he's an idiot. He's cheap.
Frank, what do you think was in the briefcase in Pulp Fiction?
The first thing I thought of was just white privilege. Like, I just feel like that's what it looked like. To me, it was just like, that's the only thing that I was like, all right, yeah, it would fit in a briefcase.
Yeah, but why would they hire Samuel L. Jackson to carry it around? You think he's gonna be? I'm saying, like, you think unless they promised him, if we let you keep the safe, you can have the white privilege in it at the end.
Yeah. Well, I think he's the only one that can actually protect white privilege. Is Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, Samuel L. Jackson is not going to protect white privilege,
Yeah.
right?
Unless he didn't know. It's the only way you can get
Didn't
Samuel
he
L.
open it up and show him
Did he? He did. All
at
right.
the end in a diner, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
You're right.
And
Yeah.
then, you only see Travolta opening it like earlier in
Yeah.
the movie, but at the end he does have it.
All right. I'm still sticking with my answer.
Damn.
What about you, Steve? What's in that briefcase?
I was going to say like $1 million, but that's not even a lot of money anymore. But that probably was in 1991. But there's not cash in that. It glows. What glows?
Well, that was the thing is they were going to put something in the briefcase, but then they were like, it's better to just allude to whatever people think it is. So I guess that was the whole thing is whatever you think it is.
Maybe naked pictures of Uma Thurman. I'm trying to think like really like what would make sense plot wise.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, plutonium. What glows?
What glows gold?
Like sticks of plutonium.
It's more green though.
Yeah, it was more gold. Yeah, a gold medal. Gold
Definitely
Olympic
a gold
medals?
medal. You think it? Yeah. Dude, what if it was just a bunch of Olympic gold medals?
Yeah, that they stole.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I mean, why is it shiny though that much? I don't know.
It also, the
guys.
case wasn't very heavy either.
No, you would hear rattling too.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, just a gold bar, a gold nugget. I don't know. It's too hard to think about. It really is.
This is the whole point of the show. I
This
love
is,
it.
that's one of the hardest questions that you could ever be asked. That's like a Mensa question.
This one should be much easier. Steve, you're driving through the desert and see O.J. Simpson stranded asking for a ride. Do you pull over and help?
Yeah, it's the juice, okay? Of course I pull over and ask the juice if he needs a ride. And we're in Vegas. He knows his way around town. That's his hometown. Yes.
What's the first thing you ask?
Now,
him?
if I'm with my wife, no. No, not at all. No, I of course will pick him up. Yes, and I will, yeah.
What do you ask him? What's the first question?
I mean, I look. He's gonna have to start up the conversation. Like, he's a guest in my car.
you're really gonna have to feel it out.
I mean, like, look, it's gonna be tough to know who. I'm gonna have to be driving real slow to know it's the juice. Is he holding up a sign that says like the juice is loose, or the juice is broke down, or something like that? Or, I mean,
Juice needs a ride.
if you're just asking me, like, would I pick up O.J. Simpson? Absolutely, absolutely. The guy's on Twitter or Instagram. right?
Yeah, and I think he like broke Twitter when he came on. Like it was like a lot of people like followed him immediately.
And dude, by the way, if you didn't and you were the guy that drove past, people would find out. And if OJ died, you'd be like, everyone would blame you for killing OJ. And as bad as people think OJ is, people will still be like, that guy's a dick. He let OJ die. And I don't need that. Right? You don't need that. You just pick him up. And that's it. I mean, you do whatever you want. You want to kill him and throw him, bury him in the desert later on down the block. At least you picked him up. People saw you pick him up. Is that you're not, this isn't round 3 where the juice comes in and you're like, well,
here's your chance.
I'm glad you picked me up.
Well, yeah, round 3 is us interviewing.
Violent.
But you, Frank, you picking him up?
No. Yeah, because, my dad was actually a big OJ fan. I mean, for the sports, not the other stuff. So, yeah, I'd pick him up. I would just want to ask him. Do you think...
I wouldn't ask him anything.
No, I mean, obviously not about this,
I mean, that's like would be bad taste to be the second question. Like, hey, like, first one's like, do you want some water? I've got a water bottle. And then the second one's like, did you murder that guy? I just gave you water and picked you up. It seems pretty fair to me.
You can help me out. You know
like, I'm not going to tell anyone. Who would even know? I don't, who would even know I was going to be, I don't have any video cameras in here.
How crazy if he was like, yeah.
Like, I knew it. I knew it. Everybody knows it. But you do a good job playing it down. That's what I would say. I'm like, he does a good job of being like, oh, I don't know. I don't know who did it.
I want to say something, but you know what? I'm not gonna.
This is all edited. Is this live?
No, it's definitely edited.
Okay, cool.
Well, I'm gonna say it anyways. It was like there's a lot of people we know that could definitely use his advice.
Well, I'm saying, yes. There's a lot of people that could learn from the juice.
Like, listen, just pretend like you killed a white woman and a dude. Mm-hmm. All right.
What was the original question again?
Would we pick OJ up?
The problem is tangents when you're high. That's what gets you into trouble. Nobody means to say something stupid or, insensitive or whatever, but you go on a tangent and you're like, fuck. Before you know it, I was talking about Martians.
Yeah, no.
Whatever, and,
2 episodes I was trying to talk about why smoking weed with Vladimir Putin might be a good idea.
I'm going to try to, this next question, I'm going to try to stay right on the damn question.
All right, here you go.
Yep.
You have to rob a bank. You can only pick from a roster of NFL players. Who you picking?
Very easy. You ready? We're doing it A-team style. Okay? My Hannibal is obviously Tom Brady. He's going to put the plan in charge. He's going to make sure everyone's there on time. He's going to make sure everyone knows what the fuck's going on. My B.A. Baracus is Gronkowski. Who works better with Brady than Gronkowski, right? And he's a big dumb idiot, but he probably knows how to work machinery. My Murdoch. Who's my Murdoch? Okay, I need a fucking guy that's good. Oh, Antonio Brown's my Murdoch. He's a lunatic, and he's so talented, but at any point he's gonna go off the fucking rails, and we may not show up. Okay, and then Face is my last guy, right? The Face. I mean, who's better looking than Tom Brady? But we still need Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's my face. Good looking guy, also can get shit done. Always wants to be Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Bam! Well, no matter what job you want to pull, we'll fucking pull that thing off, dude. You're going to bet against us? You're going to say we can't steal the fucking Mona Lisa with Tom Brady at the fucking helm? Put money on that. You're going to lose. All right, that's my answer. And I stuck to the question, too.
Oh,
that was
great.
good.
That was
a
amazing.
good answer. Good job, Steve.
Okay.
How about you, Frank?
I don't know NFL stuff. Can you ask me another question?
He's gonna be like, all right, who's the lady that got smashed in the leg with a tire iron? Nancy Kerrigan. She's great. Okay, I don't know what position she plays. She can play wounded and distract everyone while we steal something. All right. Good job, Frank.
That's the end of round 1.
Round 2. Yo, JP, what we smoking on?
What's up, y'all? In this round, we'll be smoking some Milk and Muffin. It's actually a cross of a strain called Mother's Milk and a strain called Blueberry Muffin. The Mother's Milk is consists of Nepali OG and Appalachia. Those are both strains that are going to add a lot of kind of a nuttiness to the back end of it, almost like a creaminess to the flavor. And then the Blueberry Muffin is going to add a lot of like straight berry flavor to it in the beginning.
How do you know if I think I?
No, you're good. Yeah.
You should go.
So when you fire it, it'll vibrate, and then when you fire, it'll vibrate again when it's done.
Yes.
Yeah.
I taste the nuttiness.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you something. I like it. It's not too harsh, but this is more towards the shit flavor I was talking about. So the other one, and it's the reason why it doesn't taste like crap is that you could tell it's high end stuff, but. You could totally taste the fruitiness of the first one we did. This is definitely more nutty, natural.
Yeah, it's it's all plant. It's all flower. So each one presents differently, and then when they run it through the wash, even if it's the same strain, they wash it. The things that come out will be different.
Yeah,
yeah, it's wild.
And I'm not complaining in the sense of like I'd rather consume something that's high end, good quality, like good for me, rather than something that's been like blasted to smell or taste differently than with chemicals or whatever. So yeah, I don't mind, but yeah, this is definitely like more towards the.
For sure, and also too, a lot of different terpene profiles will add different kind of effects. So the first one, that green ribbon, was a pretty big sativa kick, and that's what added a lot of that fruitiness and sweetness off the front. This one, which
is why I was so talkative in the first.
Definitely could be for sure. Yeah, definitely a little more euphoric as well. Mm-hmm. And this one, should be a little more relaxing. Even probably start to feel like maybe even like your face muscles relax a little bit.
All right,
kind of your shoulders retract a bit.
You get a little more Mary Jo PUFFCO for her. You guys too young for that, right?
No, yeah.
You're too young for that.
No, but you got to remember, my parents were young when they had me.
I guess, yeah. So you guys were all just growing up together.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that was huge. I grew up in New York, so that was the 90s. And right where I was, like 20 miles from where I lived, where she went over and, Amy Fisher blasted that lady, Mary Jo PUFFCO, in the face. It was tough. But then she came out, and she was like, all like one front of hers. It was sort of funny after that. It became real funny after that. I don't know. It's tough.
It's tangents, bro.
Yeah, East Coast sensibility. Just people were like, they got her face blasted off. And she was kind of cool about it. She still is to this day. She does interviews, Mary Jo PUFFCO. You know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Frank. You have to pick one cartoon character to cancel. Who is it?
The next one that I get to cancel?
Yeah, so it can't be like Pepe or.
No, I would. I would never do Speedy Gonzales
Usual
or
Suspects.
You remember? This is just my favorite one. What's it? Speedy Gonzales' cousin. You remember him?
Yeah, he was the slow fat one.
Yeah, Slowpoke, because he always had a gun. They always say strapped. You never watched? Yeah. Oh, dude, it was great. So it was.
Yeah, I remember Speedy Gonzales. I don't remember the cousin.
He had a cousin named Slowpoke, and then it was the one rat that all the cats can catch. But like the joke was, he's always strapped. Yeah, you just got it right there.
Oh shit.
So the joke was that he's always strapped.
He's
so
like a hobo.
Yeah. So the cats would catch him, and then he'd pull a gun out and shoot him. Yeah, it was great. It was like my favorite character. But the one that I would cancel, dude, you know who I never liked?
Who?
Let me think of it still. No.
Dick Cheney?
Oh.
I thought, all right, I didn't know
if I had to do Looney Tunes, Porky Pig was never the funniest guy to me. He just seemed more annoying than and I know he's a beloved character, but Porky Pig was just never like my kind of style.
Why is he being canceled though?
Oh.
Yeah.
Just canceling him. What did he do to you?
Oh, because I don't like him.
Oh. You did. That's a matter of taste.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I thought that's why we were. I thought that's what the.
So we can just cancel people because we don't like them, Frank?
No. I mean, like, if I got to pick the next character to be canceled, it'd be Porky Pig.
I'm sticking with pigs too, Miss Piggy, because she's all over fucking Kermit, and he's like, look, give me a break here.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm trying to figure out who I am as a person, as a frog, and she's just all over him. So it's look, and a lot of people find that hot. A lot of people want to be pursued, but Doesn't seem like Kermit's too into it. That's all I'm saying. And if we're gonna split hairs here, I'm just saying. You know? No one's complaining. That's But if we had to fucking pick someone,
Yeah, cancel pigs.
especially Porky and Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
Fuck Pork.
If Tupac was still alive, where do you think he'd live and why?
Where do I think he would live?
Yeah.
If Tupac was still alive, where do I think he'd live? Dude, I think he's probably still alive and he's living where he wants to live. Like, among us. Among us, dude. Dude, you want to get deep? Let's shift from fucking funny to deep for
Sam
a second.
Tripoli walks in.
I think he is here, and I think he is among us. And that's exactly where he wants to be. So there's really no question there. If you want to fucking get specific. There's no question there.
My mom would say that growing up. She'd be like, man, that motherfucker's in Costa Rica.
Yeah, and we always did that with. It was always like started like Elvis and stuff. Yeah, and then Biggie was first, and then Tupac, or Tupac was first, then Biggie. Yeah. But yeah, they were alive, and where are they? But
do you remember where you were when Tupac died?
What are you, the cops?
No, I remember my mom full on crying.
No, not for us. I remember crying for Biggie. I was in college.
Oh, really?
Tupac, I was like. To me, I was part of the East Coast West Coast battle. Like, I was so into East Coast. I was like, when Tupac died, I was like, fuck that fool. He had it coming, But then when Biggie died, it was like, I guess when you hear the stories about like when the Beatles broke up and like girls just started throwing themselves out of fucking windows and shit.
Did they?
Yeah, girls went nuts and like they blamed Yoko and all the band members, whatever. But like when Biggie died, it was real tough. Yeah. Real tough. Like you know the P. Diddy song?
Yeah.
Every step I take. It came on 3 days ago and I cried. I just watched the documentary, the Netflix documentary, and I'm trying by myself. And I'm like, we'll never see you again. We'll never see you again. And he says that line, and I literally started crying. Now, look, my dad died, and I related a little bit to that in the last year, but a lot of it was Biggie, and a lot of it I truly was like, fuck it. And I was so sad. And so, I mean, when he died, it was like the worst ever thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
To that point. I don't even know what I see. This is a tangent. This is a tangent weed.
This is my favorite though. I remember I broke the news to you when.
Oh my God! When fucking
Tom Petty died. I felt so
this
bad.
This asshole. And it was good that you did it because it was a perfect situation. I had just done comedy in Del Mar. They did a music festival there, and they had a comedy tent. So I had done comedy the week before, the Saturday before. I had done comedy on Saturday night and I went to see Pink with my kids. My kids and my wife were there. We went to see Pink, but then fucking Tom Petty was playing, and I ran over and I watched Tom Petty. Cut to that was like Saturday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He does shows at the Hollywood Bowl, and then fucking I'm doing the podcast with this idiot at the Comedy Store on Thursday. I come to sit down, right? Bing bang boom. I put my fucking Zoom on because it worked. And then we get into it. We start hashing it up. And then right away, he's like, yeah, it's tough. And the tough thing, Tom Petty dying. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, no, Tom Petty just died. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, look, I thought you knew. He's like, it just happened. And I was like, what? I'm like, I just performed. Like, it was like, I just performed with him. Like, there's no way he's dead. And it was a really bad podcast after that. Trying to set the tone.
And for real, it was
like fucking ruined it.
It was like 2 minutes into the podcast, and I was like, "Oh, he's never gonna talk to me again."
I was on stage I remember this at Governor's in Long Island, fucking murdering a Saturday show, right? And then just one of those moments of silence, which I didn't feel good about because it's the Long Island people were the worst, and I'm from Long Island, so I can say it. But in a moment of silence, this lady just goes, "Whitney Houston just died," and I go, "What?" She goes, "Whitney Houston just died." Now everyone goes, I go, "Who gives a fuck?" I go, "Leave me alone. I'm killing up here, lady." leave me the fuck alone. And everyone's getting their phones out. I go, give me a break. And everyone just I go, this is the fucking way. I go, you guys are the worst. I go, we were just having fun, and now everyone's just going to live in fucking misery.
Yeah.
And that was the version of the podcast that we did after. I remember that lady. I was like, you ruined the show. You know, he started back up again, but then everyone's like, oh my God, how'd she die? Everyone's just into the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I go, fuck. I go, I'm glad she's dead. I'm glad she's dead. Something had to sacrifice for this moment to be ruined that you just had happen here. Someone had to die for this to happen.
I feel that and totally
Dude, when you're having so much fun and doing what you want to do in your life and everyone and everything's going well, and then somebody ruins it because of a news article, well, somebody has to perish for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And in this case, it was Whitney Houston. It's a tough one to lose. Tough one to lose.
Hey, Frank.
Oh, my God, yeah?
What do you think Jeffrey Epstein's last words were?
Whatever he said a minute ago, because that guy's still alive, too. Come on! No, I'm kidding. Sorry. I'll take her. That's
did my Girl Scout cookies come? The other two are stronger. See, I'm high as shit now. All right, yeah.
That's the end of round 2.
Perfect.
Oh my God! I thought I'd answer the Jeffrey Epstein. I was like, no, I don't want to.
Hey, welcome to the final round. How you feeling? Good?
I feel great.
Really?
Yes,
Nice and clear?
I really do.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, I'm good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
JP.
Fuck yeah. In this round, we'll be smoking some Jelly Rancher. It's going to be kind of an old school strain. Most of the taste you're going to get on that's going to be more of those berries again. It's going to be kind of strawberry, cherry, maybe a little more mango again. A nice indica dominant hybrid, good for kind of relaxing, ending the show. Nothing too sedative. Pretty chill.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah. That one, like the nose, was similar to the mango. The first one, very stone fruity, but this one has less funk on it. It was a lot sweeter.
Yep. Less nutty than the last one.
Yeah, exactly. Less plant material tasting even.
Mm-hmm. Plant material. I like that.
That's
I
what
kept
it is.
being like, it tastes like shit. I don't know. I'm less articulate than you are.
It tastes like shit.
You never like mow your lawn and the shit blows up into your face and you're like, get it out of your mouth. Like that's what it tastes like. But you're like plant materials, much more articulate.
Yeah.
Round 3's super quick. It's going to be a rapid fire round. I'm just going to kind of state some like laws or actions, and you're going to say if they're legal or not legal.
Okay.
Cool. All right, we'll start with you, Frank. Bestiality.
Legal.
Here, no. I say no. It should be illegal.
No. If no. In general, like, is it legal or is it not? Legal?
Oh. I thought you were like now we're gonna fuck a cow. It's like, no. Again, I'm on the record for this is wrong.
No.
Like,
Absolutely, it's wrong.
I've said some pretty sketchy stuff, but I'm not gonna fuck any animals. So
yeah.
No. I think we're good. Yeah, it's,
you don't think somewhere
it's
it's legal?
Oh, anywhere in the world?
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Sure
I guess
it's legal somewhere.
I guess no. In the United States.
In the United States, yes, it's legal. In Florida exists. Florida exists.
Still a state, yeah.
So yes, I think there's a county in Florida where you can fuck whatever you want.
It's legal in 15 states.
Bingo, there it is. And one of them is
Florida.
There it is. Done.
I don't know if that's true.
That's
It doesn't matter. Who cares?
You're like,
what is
wait,
this? Fact based? What is this? CNN?
Flamethrowers.
They're illegal, but
No.
you can have one. Like Rogan's got one. I mean, I don't know. Allegedly, I think I seen him fucking
Yeah, I
in his
feel
podcast.
Yeah, I feel like they have to be legal because didn't Elon like ship them all out?
Yeah, but that is
He
like
named him something
illegal,
weird.
dude.
He named it something different. Like it had some weird loopholes.
Yeah,
He named
it's probably like
not a flamethrower.
Are you on camera? Are you you have a microphone? Can anyone hear what you're saying? Jesus, it's like voice from the dark. Anyway, I think they're illegal. So
They're legal in 40 states.
I have no pity. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. I love him. I like him as a person. It's just so much fun. He's so annoying to me.
I'm so nice to him.
Oh yes, you have to be, and you should be. He's a very nice person, but just everything he says rubs me the wrong way, and I can't control myself. But you know what? I'm glad that, there's a lot of people that are nice to him. Like I didn't want him to get the vaccine. He got the vaccine, and I didn't want him to get it. I was kind of pissed off that he got it. What's up, Josh? No. And it all goes back to a Giants jersey. And that's really what happened.
Really?
He basically jinxed my franchise 4 years ago really, really badly by offering, like showing me where I could buy this what is it, that Mitchell and Ness basketball New York Giants jersey, which, by the way, I should never have purchased to begin with. I don't have the body to wear this jersey. It's a cut off sleeves. It's like it's not for me. I look like a fool in it. But ever since I bought it, the team has just made horrible decisions. Everyone's gotten hurt. And we've been the laughing stock of football for the last 4 years. So all of that I put into I don't have time to parse it out to like what the real problems are. I put it into a basket and I named it Josh Martin and I put it over there and all my hatred goes towards him now.
Oh, okay.
And that's it. I get it out a little bit here and there, and that's how I don't fucking blow up. You understand?
Yeah.
It's not right. It's irrational.
Well, when it comes into when I realized sports was involved, I'm like, oh, that's a whole different kind of thing.
Yeah, because he knows he did it too, and that's the part that because for a year and a half. He really fucking needled me. I mean, really went at me until I had to bark at him. You know, and now you see.
Yeah.
He leaves the room when I come at him now. Because I had to, you know, you can't let them walk all over you.
I went to my wife's father's house. He's a diehard Kings fan in the NHL.
Yeah.
And San Jose Sharks was my team growing up, so I showed up in a Sharks jersey when they're playing in the finals, and he was like, not cool, man. So out of respect, they took it off.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. We weren't married yet, so
I'm a huge Yankee fan, but there was like, you know, there have been the last couple years where the Yankees and the Dodgers were on collision courses for possibly the World Series, and like all our friends out here are all Dodger fans, and it's all fucking high fives, great fucking series, great, and until like people are like, oh, if we get to the World Series, we'll have a barbecue, and I'm like, I'm going to light your house on fire if we get to the World Series. Like, we are no longer friends. We are done. And if the Yankees win the World Series, I'm going to light off fireworks that burns down the whole neighborhood. Right? Yeah. As the victors often do.
Yeah.
To the victors go the spoils. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there would be no, like, oh, let's fucking watch the game together.
No. Not going to be sharing stuff, yeah.
No.
Did you see the video of my dad crying when the Dodgers won the World Series? Did I send you that?
I think I saw it on Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I get it. I totally get it. I'm going to cry the next time the Yankees win. I cried during Biggie's song the other day. I'll cry. I understand it. But you have to understand where I'm coming from, too, with the hatred on the other end.
Absolutely.
You know. This is rapid fire, right?
It was.
You got a little off the fucking hinges again.
Frank, keeping a brown bear as a pet, legal or illegal?
Illegal.
I'm going to say legal, and I'll tell you why. Real quickly, I know it's rapid fire. I've worked one time in the league with a guy with a brown bear. The brown bear had to come attack me, and some guy shows up with a bear, and you know how he controls it? With a string, right? He puts like a fucking like a zapper string in front of the bear, and then you have to act on the other side of the string. But I go, where's this bear kept all day? He goes, oh, it's at my house. It's like I keep it like at my house. He throws it Oreos to keep it like occupied and shit. Yeah.
You can have them in 15 states.
Bingo. Done. I knew that. That was insider.
That's crazy.
Baseball right there. Yeah.
Oh.
Smokey and the Bear.
Selling dog or cat hair.
100% legal. Oh wait, like fur, like a skinned fur. Like you could buy a coat of dog?
No, I think it's just loose cat hair.
Oh, okay.
You're like, whoa,
like a cat purse or something. Like loose hair of a. So if like a Yeah, if they shave the dog, collect that hair, could you sell it? Yeah. Yes.
What are you, Frank?
No.
It's illegal.
It is. I knew it. That's too easy. It seems so simple. I'm gonna do it tonight.
Well, sharing your Netflix password.
Now it's gonna be illegal. Now they're cracking down.
Definitely illegal.
Yeah.
I think it's always been
illegal
illegal.
now.
Yeah, it's illegal now,
Yeah.
but like there was like a thing about like, and the stock went up. Good, thank God. Get your shit together, Sarandos. It's been down 10% since the beginning of the year. Tighten up the fucking screws, okay? I got an IRA I'm worried about here. And I got one word for you, Tesla. It's all gonna get shifted into that. I love how I'm threatening Netflix with my IRA money.
That's the end of round 3.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, man. This was a lot of fun.
Dude, I had a blast.
Thank you. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you,
So
JP.
much fun.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Puffco. Thank you, Punch Edibles, Punch Extracts. Yeah, dude, this was a lot of fun.